Buhay mo, inspirasyon ko. Mula sa pinakamababa o lugmok na sandali ng iyong buhay, eto ka na, nakabangon muli. Handa na naming harapin ang mga pagsubok ng buhay. Makinig, matuto at maliwanagan. Buhay mo, inspirasyon ko.
6:18 po ang ating Philippine Standard Time. Nagbabalik ang Chinkee Positive at ngayong umaga para sa Buhay Mo, Inspirasyon Ko, kilalanin natin ang founder ng In the Pink, isang Kilosano movement na nagpapalawig ng peace at happiness. Ang kanyang librong She Hacks ay isang e-book. Sa ngayon, siya rin ay Head of Communications for Voice of the Free Foundation. It's a charity that fights human trafficking at isang senior high school teacher for applied communications. A blogger and public speaker, a believer of life and all things beautiful, a health and wellness advocate, and a happy and fulfilled single mom of 5. Please welcome to Chinkee Positive this morning on Mother's Day, Miss Angala. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Ann. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta. Happy Mother's Day po.
Ay, thank you.
Oo, 5, di ba?
Hindi naman mukhang 5. Grabe.
Mga 4.5 lang.
Oo nga, nabitin.
Sige. Okay, sige. So, Ann, pag-usapan na natin ngayon na unang-una, let's start yung childhood days, no? Siguro yung, kasi di ba, friendship maganda pa rin kapag ka, first time nating ma-meet ang isang tao, madami tayong matututunan in terms of yung pag-intindi sa, how you are as a person if we also take a look back dun sa kabataan mo. So, yun na nga. So, you were pang-ilan sa pamilya?
I'm the middle child. 3 kami.
Okay.
So, I'm the only girl. So, yun, may kuya ako, may younger brother ako. And then, my dad's a lawyer and my mom naman is a businesswoman.
Okay.
Yun,
Grabe ha. So, ito na nga mga kapatid. So, single mom po siya of 5. 5 kids. Can you imagine that? So, saan mo nakuha yung training na yon for raising children, no? Plural talaga ito, children.
I guess from my mom and from the work that I did previous to being a mom.
Okay. Sige, kwento.
Pero parang instinctively, parang talaga, I like, taking care, nurturing, ganyan. Tapos my mom also naman is very caring. In fact, nakakatawa siya. Kunyari, nawawalan kami ng kasambahay. Ganon. Nag-LBC yan ng ulam.
Really?
She's from Davao. So mag-LBC siya. Freeze na yun for 2 days. And then in-LBC niya, those hindi nasisira agad. The adobos and the patatim, ganon. So you know how she is. And then after that, I was in media also. So I was a film student.
Okay.
Tapos, after nun, nag-work ako shortly for mga TV shows, shortly for movies, ganun, until I got into band management. Doon talaga parang na-hone yung humaba yung pasensya ko, ganun.
Band management. Nako, you're dealing with with siguro different sentiments, no? Different personalities, quirks.
Very artistic, very quirky, kanya-kanyang mood. Tapos you're together halos 24/7 kasi nagtutour kayo. So you wake up with them, you have long 15 hours.
Anong ba banda ang mga...
Sino-sino ito?
Yung first ko was Eraserheads.
Oh my God, yes!
93 yun. So I was their age. Ellie was my classmate in college. And then, so 3-4 years yun na nagtutour kami. Ganon. So parang ako yung nanay nila. Si SP, yung mentioned SP, siya yung parati nagsasabi na parang, ikaw lang yung kilala ko na 23-year-old na nanay ng teenager. Ganon. Kasi the first day I met them, nung Ellie asked me to, handle them. So I went to BMG and they were fighting like kids.
Oh my God.
They were like bickering and then Buddy wanted to quit. And they said, ayoko na, quit na. Ganon. Who set this up? Ganon. So right there and then, first time I met them as a band, they were already fighting. So yun na yung naging parang role ko sa kanila. Aside from, of course, from booking, from all these things. Tapos, ayun, wala pa naman mga cellphone noon. Walang So it was really hard. So I had to assign PAs to them kasi pag hindi nagising, ganon.
Oh my gosh, this is really babysitting, no?
Babysitting
Ibang
to the
klase,
max.
ha?
In that day and age, parang walang technology. Yun, so my patience really, natuto ako, and then I move on to Sugar Hiccup, and then I don't know if you know, sina Noel Cabangon, Cynthia Alexander, and then even POT, Carl Roy.
Kinikilabutan ako sa mga bands mo. Mga gusto ko yung mga artists
Si Carl Roy.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I love that guy.
Ito 90s yun di ba?
90s,
90s.
Hindi pa ako,
Alam
hindi
na.
Ko na, hindi ko pa inabutan.
Whatever, Tito
Oo
Chinkee.
nga, tama.
2000 na ako.
Tapos, yun. So talagang yung patience ko na doon sa banda.
Okay. Sige.
Immaterial of the age kasi I handled also a scene nung nag-comeback sila. So, ano rin, it's the same thing. I had to take care of Lolit's schedule.
Right.
Pendong lives so far away, nasa Fairview, yung mga ganun. So, all those things. So,
But you know what, friendship, yung ganong klaseng trabaho, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
Oo naman.
Yung pasensya kasi ang sinusubukan diyan eh, 'di ba? At yung sabihin natin yung thinking ahead, 'di ba? Alam at saka ito yung pinaka-challenging I think diyan, friendship.
Ano
Yung
yung pinaka-challenge?
pagte-tailor fit ng, 'di ba, ng kanya-kanyang diskarte for a different personality. And imagine group sila, 'di ba?
Totoo.
Iba-iba. So, let's
yun.
say,
It was really fun kasi learning on the job.
right. And saba ka agad sa
Oo,
sa
walang
trabaho.
ano yun, walang, kasi, di ba, first minute, fighting.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, something
And
like
nobody teaches you these things, friendship, kasi soft skills yun eh. 'Di ba? Yung,
Ay,
'di ba?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, oo.
'Di ba? Iba siya. Iba ang requirement sa'yo. So, it's good na, I think, kahit papano, solid yung foundation niya. You know, from yung trabaho niya, na, yun na nga, very intense.
Yeah, and then time management.
Time
diba?
management,
Yeah, time management.
exactly.
So,
and management of personas and
yeah,
all.
yeah, and then resources, ganun. So, yun. So, yun, big help talaga yung artist management ko to what I am now as a mom of 5.
Okay. So, you founded In the Pink. It's
Ah.
a movement which advocates peace and happiness. So, ano ba yung gusto mo talagang ma-accomplish dito?
Well,
Paano ba natin, di ba, ipapalaganap ang kapayapaan at
Oo.
kagayahan?
Siguro parang a little backgrounder lang. Kasi dahil I've toured around because yan of the bands, ganyan, I get to go to grassroots. Tapos nakikita ko how they are. There's, aside from not just poverty, but there's parang, parang hindi sila ganun ka-happy. Marang mga ganun kasi they don't just understand the, there's a basic, just basic mindset of, accepting yung what you are, what you have, and then being happy with what it is. So, I've been through a lot from my childhood until now. My marriage is, it didn't it wasn't successful. Tapos despite that, my kids are fine. Tapos ako naman, I'm happy, but I went through really, tough times. So, and then I also work now for an NGO. And then I also teach we do outreach in sa mga baseko, sa mga public schools, yung mga ganun. So, I see that na, I have this feeling lang na if people, were happy, wala na masyadong crime eh. Even all these things, kaguluhan kay Chief Justice, yung mga ganyan, all these decisions na kay mayaman, kay mahirap, kay learned, kay hindi, parang iba-iba yung nagiging opinion. Pero I think if you go down to their hearts, you will see that saan kaya nanggagaling yung bakit sila ganito? Bakit ba sila nagnakaw? Bakit nila pinipilit to? Why, So that's why I want to really go to the bottom line of our existence. Yun.
Right.
And then I help, right now, I work for an NGO that battles human trafficking. And then you hear their stories na it's poverty, it's all this and all, and then you see them reformed and you see them happy and then they become advocates. So it's always from you. It will always come from you, your family. So,
So it's a deeper reason.
it's a deeper reason. And I think if, we spread happiness and peace and love, then, maybe 90% of the world's going to be happy. Something like that.
Maybe bigyan lang natin ng advice, no, yung mga... So, yung unang-una, di ba, you have 5 kids, sabi
Yes,
mo nga.
yes.
I'm just curious, ano ang ages nila?
Nathan is 21.
Oh my gosh!
Karen is
ka na. Okay.
20. Katrina is 17.
Okay.
Isabel is 16. And Nicole is turning 14 in a few days.
Wow.
Oh my
So
gosh!
they're the digital natives and millennials.
That's right. So how do you deal with millennial?
Oh, I love
Baka
them.
may matutunan
I love
ka,
them. They're
Bridget.
very brilliant. For me, they're very brilliant. It's just the way understanding. In fact, one of my next book na ilalabas ko is raising indie kids.
Indie
Oo,
kids,
because my
okay.
kids are very independent by by need. Kasi nga, dahil
Oo.
mag-isa ako, tas 5 sila, hindi ko naman sila matutukan yun, ng talagang tutok na tutok. So, naisip ko parang yung isang hack ko was to raise them to be independent, to think for themselves, ganun.
Okay, sige. So, yun na nga, you mentioned this. Is this an ebook?
Yeah, it's an ebook now, but then in 2-3 weeks lalabas na yung physical book niya. Medyo na-delay lang kasi the cover,
Okay.
pinag-aabayan pa namin.
Alright. Sige, so how did you get into ano naman?
Book writing.
Yes.
Alam mo, ever since I had this kind of colorful life, I knew already na parang siguro may purpose, ganun, may purpose to. I wouldn't be able to survive that or and be still resilient. Forgive the word, ganun.
It's true though.
Oo, if walang God's plan for this, yun. So wala talaga akong intention to be a book writer. In fact, if they tell me that, oh, you're an author, parang, no, I'm not. I'm just a storyteller because, I just have so many stories that life has given me, God has blessed me with, very, very poignant stories, ganyan, na parang sabi ko, baka sakaling maka-inspire ng maraming tao. So, ang tagal ko yun pinut off. Kunyari magpo-post ako ng Facebook about my son, how I dealt with this problem, ganun. People would react, PM me, and then they would ask me for advice, yung mga ganun. So, I kept on putting it off. People would say, you better write your stories. Na parang ako, ano ba naman yun? Di ba parang who am I? Parang little old me. I cannot. I mean, hindi ko kaya. So, years and years yun, incubation, ganyan. Until wala na. Parang sinabi ni God na, ay, wala ka ng choice. Diba? Sulat mo na yan. Ganon.
Right.
And then, I went through a process of healing, ganyan. Tapos siguro more positive thinking. Kasi before, if I wrote it, maybe medyo negative.
Right.
So ngayon, parang it's more how to deal with all the pains in your life and, still come out feeling beautiful, and then giving a part of yourself to other people. So, yun, hindi ko siya,
Ano naman nilalaman ng yung She Hacks?
She Hacks. These are stories, like little advices, like, meron. Yung kunyari, the first chapter there, very, is, parang, start your day with gratitude, ganon. So like, I wake up really early in the morning, like around 3:30, ganyan. I make it a habit, when I wake up, I say, oh, thank you, thank you for this day. Something like that. So just, yun, like your show, di ba? In Think Positive, it's very, very good. And then, meron din a chapter there that says, work smart. It doesn't even say work hard, not even that, something like that. And then there's forgive. It means,
isang sundot sa forgive dahil I'm sure madaming makaka-relate dyan.
Oo, parang coming from like me, 'di ba? Parang I've been dun sa book, medyo revealing yung book, parang violated, I've been through abuse, yung mga ganun. But ngayon, wala na akong pain. Paano ba? Andun pa rin, syempre, I can still remember all these things. As minsan, natitrigger ako. But I hold my tongue. And I hold my heart para hindi ako ma-pain. And then, for my kids din, para then they don't grow up hating people.
Right.
Yun. And then, forgive yourself also because I made a lot of mistakes in my life. If I don't forgive myself, I wouldn't move on. Parang parati na lang ako nagfa-facepalm. Alam mo yung minsan, di ba, parang nakatitig, tas biglang pailing-iling ka dahil may naalala kayo na ba? So parang learn to forgive yourself. Yun. Yung mga ganun, little bits of parang things that I learned through the years, how I'm able to cope. And I think it will help other people too. Kasi it's simple things na we take for granted.
Sige. So, friendship, currently head din siya of communications for Voice of the Free Foundation. It's a charity that fights human trafficking. So, gaano ba kalaganap o, 'di ba, yung ganitong problema sa ating?
We are the number 1 trafficked country in the world. 1 or 2, basta we're the top.
Oh my God.
Because they love Filipinas. The foreigners love Filipinas. We speak really good English. So communication's not a problem. So, and then with the advent of the digital age, yung internet, abuse is virtual, not only physical. Before, kailangan pumunta dito ng abuser. They get abused. They come here or siniship out sila, like the trafficking. Now, it's cyber sex. In front of a webcam, you can be abused by somebody in Belgium while you're in a small town in Palawan, sa sulok, basta may internet connection. So it's very, very, very rampant. I want to just spread the news of love, of peace, of happiness, para nipping it in the bud.
Right. But this is very challenging kasi friendship, imaginein mo, yung work niya, well, sabihin natin she wears different hats, yes. Pero I think how do you stay above it? I mean, like, how do you deflect yung
The
ganong,
negativity.
yes, grabe. Kasi hindi ka ba maapektuhan yan? Like you just mentioned it. Pero
Yeah.
parang mahirap,
Oo.
diba?
But you see kasi transformed lives because where we are shelter, we take care of them in a holistic way. So they have the social workers, really brilliant, they're psychologists, and we have a lot of programs like nagmo-Muay Thai sila, nagda-dance sila, nag-yoga. Alam mo yun, talagang that center is really good. Parang wala akong masabi. And then the girls, minsan magugulat ka how happy they are. Inside there, they found their sisters, they found love. Tapos kami, the staff, hindi kami nakaseparate sa kanila. Kasi there are some homes, I know na, nakahiwala yung staff, ganun. They come to us, we go to them, ate kami, ate, picture. Siyempre, bawal sila humawak ng mga cellphone nila. So, yung cellphone ko, puno-puno ng mga picture ng mga girls. Ganun, because that's what they do. So, ganun, because I think, I see, all of us, everybody who works in the shelter, we see transformation. So, hindi mabigat. And then, our head is also very good. She's a very good person. She used to be a kasambay also. So, she was parang na child labor din. Ganun. So, she knows, she knows the heart, she knows the pain of that.
Okay. Alam mo, hindi ko alam kung ano pa ang pwede natin ano-ano pa ang hindi natin kayang pag-usapan kasi iba-iba talaga 'yan, 'di ba? Yung experiences mo.
Oo, ang weird, no? Kaya nga sabi,
Oo, how
isulat
do you
ko
do
na.
it?
I don't know it God's grace. I mean, nothing sa akin. Kasi kung ako siguro yan, parang if I were, driving this vehicle, siguro nabangga-bangga na ako everywhere. But yung total surrender na, sige Lord, binibigay mo to sa akin, bahala ka na rin sa akin, ha? Ganon. I mean, everything. I mean, I also have, parang yung may travels, yung ganon na, because I was away from my kids for a long time when I had to heal. So, yun din, parang on a daily basis, wala akong ginagawa kundi, bahala ka na kung anong gusto mong gawin sa akin. Gusto mong, bring me here, bring me there, bring me anywhere, ganyan. So, yun. So, it's, I think, just surrendering to
Yes.
Him.
So ngayon,
Nagkita na kami. O, sige.
pag-usapan naman natin yung motherhood since Mother's Day naman, i-dedicate
Ayan nga pala.
naman natin. Sige.
So, over two decades of experience being a mom.
Yes.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Pero hindi lang mom, ang challenge niyan talaga, being a single mom. Oo.
Single mom.
Sige, kwento nga, paano yung buhay niya.
Tips, sige. Tips on motherhood na sa tingin mo ay lalo na sa mga bagong mommies.
Oh, yeah. I think, yung number one with your kids is you listen to them all the time. Parang listen, quote-unquote listen. You look at them, look at their talents, ganon. So you take your cue from there, where you take care of them, where you lead them. Kasi ang nakikita ko before with parents, they dictate na parang, kumuha ka ng nursing kasi yan yung malakas sa Amerika, kumuha ka ng accounting kasi yan yung gano'n, commerce, yung mga ganyan.
Right.
I learned from my mom's mga kwento kasi siya napilit ng lolo ko to take a course that she never really liked. Nag-home economics siya and then she never really learned to cook. So parang sayang naman yung 4 years mo of all that.
Right.
So that stuck sa akin. Plus yun nga, marami ako nakakausap na pinag-nursing ako, hindi naging nurse, yung mga ganyan. Tapos binenta na yung buong bahay para lang makapag-aral ng doktor, pero ang ending, di ba, hindi. So I think that's all waste of time and energy and, unhappy yung mga bata. So take your cues from your kids. Look at them, expose them to a lot of things. I think most of it comes from the support that I got from my parents, and then I had a very good nanny nila, ganyan. So I was very hands-on, pero syempre hindi 24 hours, hindi naman tayo masyadong OC dapat, kasi may time for ourselves. Kasi otherwise you wouldn't grow pag bigay ka ng bigay, diba? Tapos nauubos ka na eh. So especially, kunyari, 5 yung sa akin. It came to a point na ganun din yung nangyari sa akin until parang, hindi ko na kaya to. Yung ganun. But I think it's all graces. I really don't know how to be a mom. Wala namang manual, ganun.
Yes.
But then, you just have to think about it, ganun, pray over it. And I think,
Nag-homeschool ka pa rin hanggang ngayon?
just one, isa na lang.
Wow.
The 2 kasi are in college na.
Okay.
Tapos the other one senior high. And then the other one insisted because she wanted to join a basketball team. So the only one na lang yung natitira.
Yeah, we homeschool our kids also.
Oh, for me that's really no? Parang if I can tell everybody na homeschool your kids, it's easy. It's not hard. Actually, it's easy. Oo.
So, yun.
Hindi, kasi ang maraming mga misconception sa homeschooling eh. Like for example, socialization. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, hindi totoo yun, no? Ang socialization ang kailangan yung magulang, hindi yung anak.
Sige.
So, tapos,
Ito mo yan.
yun
Go.
nga, yung parang maraming mga paano daw, yung mga grades and everything. Alam mo,
Great.
yung mga magulang na nakikinig ngayon, pag uwi ng anak nyo, tututor din kayo. Pareho lang eh.
Exactly.
It's the same.
Dumodoble, no?
Oh, ano
Ay.
lang, tapos na-stress pa yung mga anak nyo, gigising na umaga, tapos traffic pag uwi, 'di ba? Parang sila nag-oopisina. Imagine mo bata pa lang stress na. So, yun, kaya nga I'm really I'm really happy to hear na you also homeschool your
Yeah,
kids.
ganon. So I think you just find your common ground with your kid. So that's the question about how to decode millennials.
Yes.
That's one of my parang decoding them kasi wag mo ipilit yung gusto mo. You go with what they want.
Tama.
Ganon. Kasi pag pinilit mo stress again, yun na naman yung friction eh. Yun, something like that.
Okay. But how do you still, kumbaga, sabihin natin na, ano pa yung, sige, so you have that part na, yung fulfilling part of motherhood. Ano naman yung for you is very complex? Something that baffles you or parang, ano ba talaga ito? Hindi ko siya ma-figure out.
Well, nothing much yung baffling. It's more, syempre, yung struggle ng financial. Obviously, parang 5 of them, tapos somebody is in Cebu, somebody is in Malate, yung ganun, because of all their interests. All these things just fall into place. Yung
Grabe.
ganun. No, yung graces lang talaga. Sabi ko, there's nothing I can explain how things are really happening, but they do. And I'm so thankful. That's why I'm sharing all these stories na parang chill lang kayo dyan, mga kapatid. Diba? Chill lang. Kasi everything's gonna be all right.
Well, grabe, ang dami pang dapat
Ang
pag-usapan.
dami,
Pero yung oras natin ay
Wow.
limited. So, what can you tell naman yung mga parents, moms, and single moms right now na nakikinig? Anong pwedeng mo sabihin sa kanila?
Well, you count your children as your blessings. You enjoy them every day. Huwag niyong isipin yung hirap because eventually, kung ano man yung hirap na yun, marireplace yun ng, marireplace ng happiness. So, akin, times 5 happiness, hindi times 5 hirap yung sa akin. So, the more, siyempre, hindi naman ako advocate ng di ba? Hindi ako advocate ng population, population control. Ganon. Pero I think, they're really blessings It's a multiplication of happiness yung anak ko So, imagine, sige, di ba? Parang, bring it on, di ba? Solo parent, but hey, 5 beautiful kids, di ba? Yun, so just relax and enjoy life with your kids. That's, they're your happy pill.
Okay, thank you once
Salamat,
again.
Thank you so
salamat.
much.
Angala.
Saka thank you for
Oo,
having
marami
me
pa
here.
tayong pag-uusapan off
Ay,
the
yes,
air.
please.
Sige,
Super.
sige.